What if I told you that there's a way that you could die and come back safely at will? Would you do it? Would you go over there to go see what's actually going on? Or are you going to stick to your books? Well, keep watching because I'm going to show y'all that there is actually a doorway. And of course, it involves high dose mushroom. Boom, let's get it. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Heru's Perspective. You heard me? My name's Heru Nektash, and in this show, I'm bringing a perspective from my journeys of doing high doses of mushrooms in the 10, 15, 20 plus gram range, nothing under 10, for around 7+ years. Going in often every 1 to 3 months. Don't play with me. So I'm giving the perspectives of what's going on. And in this episode, we're going over the most biggest question that's ever been asked in mankind. That all the theologians are pontificate about, that the physicists are trying to find out, that all the religions are based upon. Now, what is that topic? Y'all already know, baby. It's death. What happens after you die? So how we're going to do this is that first I'm going to give you the mechanisms of death, like what's going on chemically, or the theory of, or my theory that I know and understand, and its connection to the mushroom and why the high dose mushroom, how does the high dose mushroom connect to death, and how would it be a way to cross over to the other side? Then we're going to go into colloquially, what is people saying about what happens after you die? Because this ain't just about what the mechanisms of death is, about what happens after you die. Because the claim is that these high dose mushrooms take you in on over to that other side at the proper dose, at a full entheogenic dose. And then I'm gonna give my perspective from my experiences to show you, from my understanding, what happens after you die from those experiences that I believe, or I know, because I'm 1,000% with this. I'm just bringing it to you because the information gotta be told. It shouldn't. This topic confused the hell out of me, to be quite honest, because I'm like, how the hell, hey, how the hell y'all ain't figured this shit out? I ain't even that smart. You hear me? Like, I'm like, how the puzzle piece is right here, and everybody like misses it. It's like the craziest thing ever. And I would watch any podcast, Joe Rogan, it don't matter, Tim Pool, Andrew Huberman, they ain't nobody know, acting like they don't know what happens after you die, but they're so close. Why? Because they mention the DMT. They all will agree, pretty much across the board, that what happens after you die is that DMT gets released in your brain. But not only after you die, but in outer body experiences, near death experiences, and sleep paralysis. And we see, and your dreams, of course, that all goes together. So how the base chemical is DMT. And I always am finna be talking about this because everybody knows. And when people smoke DMT, they get that 15-minute experience that is the most profound shit that's ever happened in any of their lives. Even Mike Tyson, don't matter who, Will Smith, everybody's saying it. Lex Friedman, yeah, everybody's taking it. Joe Rogan, don't matter, everybody's taking it and saying it's the most profound shit they go to another dimension, etc., etc. This may be the key, right? Okay, so I think everybody pretty much, a lot of people are on this level. They pretty much are there, and they stop, but they stop there. This is the confusing part. This is the part that made me feel like I'm in a Truman Show, because y'all tripping, y'all are tripping. Because the base chemical is DMT. Again, I made a video on ayahuasca versus mushrooms. It has a lot of this in it, in the sense that the goal is to get the full entheogenic dose. Why? Because mushrooms got DMT, just like ayahuasca got DMT, just like the acacia got the DMT, the smoke DMT, the yopo, the changa, all that DMT, 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 DMT. But the thing is, people, of course, are missing the shit, bro. It's the dose. It's the full saturation of the DMT into your serotonergic system. in your brain and your gut. You know, you could feel it connecting in the trip. So anybody, yeah, um, so that's the connection that people gotta make. Is that DMT, like, we gotta get over this where we're theorizing whether DMT is produced in the brain in humans when they die, when all other mammals produce it. Y'all gotta make just a tiny bit, a tiny like leap of faith. You gotta suspend your disbelief just a little bit and try to use some common sense. I seen Joe Rogan had mentioned that there was a study that just came out, the first human studies, but I couldn't find it, so I'm not gonna say that like it's like the study came out. But if we start with that understanding that if we can all just sit here and understand that yes, DMT gets produced when you die, then we can now make the next claim in which that if you okay, so then we all know that if you smoke it, you'll get to this realm. The ayahuasca is not producing those effects. The acid is not producing those effects. The DMT smoke effects that everybody talks about that seems vastly different from all the others, whether it's NNDMT, 5-MeO, Bufo, whatever that you're talking about here. It's way more profound than you hear on these other DMT based or shittamine based uh, entheogens. So what I'm saying is that the missing and the hidden and the secret and the smoke screened entheogen is the sacred and amazing technology that is the psilocybin, the mushroom. That mushroom, that blue O, that Smurf O, yeah, that one that Mario ate. I didn't see him hitting 3 hits. No, that boy ate, yeah, the truth. He ate the truth. That's why it's shaped like a T, a capital T. Ain't no coincidences out here. I don't care. But so if we make that leap of faith and we say that mushrooms got the DMT, then it's edible in the sense, of course, that you can eat more and more and more and more over time, meaning it can fully saturate that serotonergic system and give you a prolonged experience on that other side where they say time don't exist. Now you got 5 to 6 hours in a place where time don't exist. So yeah, baby, you know, that's the key in the sense also that it's so safe that you can go and cross over to the place you go where you die and come back safely. So that's why I started it asking you them questions because if you had a way, would you do it? A safe way where you can come back that don't take too much time, that is non-addictive, etc., etc. Would you do it? Or would you just faking the funk about the spiritual shit? Because why wouldn't you go see? Why would you wait? Well, you gonna gamble your whole soul on a book? Or what somebody else said? Or what your priest telling you? I don't care what it is, bro. Because if that's true and you're having these spiritual experiences on these full doses where I'm gonna get into what happens after you die. If you having those experiences that we be having, especially when you do the experience and then you come back here, you realize who really got the information and things like that. But we'll get into that later. So next, let's go into colloquially. What are people saying about death? About what happens after you die? Now, we're talking about what happens after you die because we taking it to the next level. You know what I mean? People say they gone and come back, etc., etc. But it ain't. You don't hear nothing. It don't seem like they remember. It's kind of like super basic. Anyways, I mean, it'd been like 3 hours max is the most I heard, and it's some guy. It's a whole documentary, and I'm waiting for the shit, but he don't really. It's just he gets out of body experience. He didn't really go all the way, is what I'm trying to say. Because you get all that beginning stuff as well. So, anyways, colloquially, what are they saying? They say what? I'm gonna give more of a Catholic lens, but I'm gonna try to be a little broad as well. Of course, all the religions are based off what happens after you die. I don't care which one, what spiritual practice, I don't care which one it is. They all are based off of what happens after you die. Ain't nobody finna argue with me. And again, this is how you go see. But what do people say? What is in their books that is written down? Well, what they say you go to a super heavenly blissful place where you get reconnected with your family. Some of them say there's 44,000 virgins for you. You know, it's the thing of your wildest dreams, and you're in the presence of the Lord. You know, at least in the Catholic sense, or Brahma, they have Brahman consciousness, or the Enlightenment, samsara, and all these places, Valhalla for the war over in the Vikings. So they all got their places. They all got their heavenly place that they go to, but they also have their hellish place or places. Some places got a few or different levels and all types of shit like that. It can get complicated. And then but really, we all know that there's heaven, hell, and like purgatory, at least in the Christian sense. But you know, that Judeo-Christian is pretty much most of the world. So colloquially, you know, it's the heaven place with the God and the Lord, or hellish place where it's the worst place ever, or purgatory where they trying to figure it out. You know, three places. You know, some places got a little more. You know, so what else did they say? Say, oh, your life flashed before your eyes. They say your life flashed before your eyes. You see your whole life, and and then you get that final judgment. Final judgment is that review to see how much you sinned, you know, and see if you can make it into the gates of heaven or whatever place they've been telling you about. Of course, all religions different. Some got reincarnation, different ways of doing it. But colloquially, we understand about the concept of the final judgment. You know, that weighing of the heart ceremony. So then, uh, you know, basically, you're gonna be in the graces of your gods, and with if you lead a good life here. You know, I think we can all basically agree on that on all those types of things. Correct. Okay. So now let's bring it to Heru's perspective, baby, because this is what we here for, baby. Hey, this is that sauce, baby. That shit you ain't gonna hear nowhere because now I'm finna get the experience. Now I'm finna fuck y'all up. You hear me? Because, like I said, I just gave you a logical way in which we can understand how you can cross over. Now I'm saying, bitch, I've been doing that shit for 7 years on a regular basis. So maybe I'm saying I've gone there and came back. And that ain't just me. Other people as well. You know, I ain't tooting my horn, but I'm letting you know that is I did we doing this. And this ain't no debate. You hear me? Hey, no, but hey, I may not be the smartest, bitch. I ain't dumb. But you ain't finna tell me from the experiences that's not where I'm going. Impossible. Why? Let's get into it. Let's go into what happens after. Because if what I'm saying is a full entheogenic dose is where you go after you die, then let me explain the general full entheogenic dose. I said in my trip story, and baby, hey, y'all gotta check that shit. That shit go savage. That shit go crazy, man. Because I'm giving the whole trip story, which is basically what happened. I mean, an event. But anyways, what happened? Because in the trip story, I tell you about the come up. The come up is the review. It is the weighing of the heart ceremony. It is all those things, whatever you want to call it in any religion. Because when you come back here, you're looking about who got it right. Because you've been over there. That's like someone reading books about the Congo all day, and then a Congolese come over, like a Congolese come over, and he trying to tell the Congolese about from this book that was written 5,000 years ago about the Congo and how he acting like he know more than the Congolese who's stupid but live there. This savage lived there for like all his life. All his ancestors lived there. So who you gonna believe? The one that been there a bunch of times, or the one who's reading a book about it from 5,000 years ago and lost in translation? Or the third option, which is my favorite. Fuck all them and go in and go see for yourself. You know. But let's get it. See, because people don't even know this is a thing. I already know. They made the DNT connection, but not the mushroom. So let's get it. Yeah, you get that review. And then you get to be placed. That happens. And what I'm saying with these mushrooms, you can keep going in, keep getting that review, keep cleaning yourself up. So when the ultimate time comes, you're going to go to the most sweet, amazing ass place. So what do I mean by that? It's funny, you know, because they all talk about we want to go to the heavenly place. What do they call it, though? They call it the house of God. But check it. You put your Game of Thrones goggles on for a second. The House of Targaryen, the House of Windsor, the House of yeah, I'll be forgetting. Jon Snow, what's up? Yeah, for the North. But think of it as the houses. Even there's houses here. Like I said, House of Windsor, House of Rothschild. The house of the family. It's all about the bloodlines that are connected through time and space, transdimensionally. So why am I saying this? Because it's the house of God. But what's God's name? Well, let's use one of them, Jehovah. Now replace God with the name. So now it's House of Jehovah. Are you putting the pieces together? No, probably. Because so let's keep going. House of Heru. What I'm trying to say here is you go to the house of God. You go into the house of Jehovah. You're part of that house. So that at least that's what you're saying when you subscribe to that religion or whatever God or entity you are subscribing to. Know that when you say that, you're saying I'm going to the house of God. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house of the Lord. Oh, so the house of Jehovah. Oh, the house of the Elohim. Now there's a bunch of houses. That's what you don't understand. When I go over there, I go straight to my house. That's why I'm saying this. In the beginning and in the end of my full entheogenic excursion. Sometimes I'll be there the whole time. You know, it's different every time. But in general, in the beginning and end, I'm there. And the house is your heaven. Now I'll make a whole video on this, but you go to that place. You go to your house where your ancestor is. Don't that make sense? The place you go that we're talking about, the houses are bloodlines that are connected with DNA. DNA is huge in this game. You're connected, but it's not just on this earth. It's all throughout all multiple dimensions because they can all go there, no matter where they at. It's bigger than just a three-dimensional five-sense reality. I'm sorry. You know, you go to your house. Of course, you get the outer body experience because you leave your body completely. On a full entheogenic dose, you are not in this realm no more. This 3D place don't not exist. It should all be gone. You in a place where there is no conceptions. You know. You're so and when you really in there, you're like, oh my God, this is when you doing the come out, you're going through the review, you're like, oh my God, you remembering these books you read and shit like that. This is the review. This is the judgment. Boom, and you go into like this gotta be it. Why? Because what? I done left my body. Isn't that what they say when you die? You leave your body here. Well, when you do a full entheogenic dose, you're gonna leave your body right down right there, bro. Fuck you talking about? You can be ragdoll right there, yeah. And you can be fully in the other side as your soul, as your consciousness. Again, verify the soul. Verify the soul. So, again, so you get the review as you're leaving your body. As you're leaving your body, you're getting the review. See where you can get to. So you find like there's codes and like it's not one. Yes, there. Okay, so I'm saying there's a heaven, but then they say like this: there's heaven, hell, and purgatory. Now that's not true. One. Let's get this straight. It's not just one house. Sorry to you guys, to you religious people. But Africans understand this. They'll do that. The house of Shango, the Yoruba house or whatever, the house of Akan. They know that they're different transdimensional houses. They've been in this game. They wear it all up on them. So what I'm saying is there's different heavens. The one that is connected to you is the one that you finna go to. So the beautiful thing about these high dose mushrooms is you actually know where you're going, motherfucker. You know, bro, that place that they've been talking about in them books that you lied to yourself and thought it was real. Bitch, when you go there, ain't no motherfucking ain't nobody finna ain't no priest, ain't no pope, ain't no shaman, ain't no Jesus finna tell me where I'm finna go when I die because I'm there all the time. Here's the issue. I do this shit all the time. I be going there all the time. Well, and it's lit. Hold up, brother. Hold on. I'm gonna make all episode on the heaven thing. But it's lit. But this is the way you get there. This is the steps to the heaven. Or you just finna keep reincarnating. High dose perspective. If you don't get it, or if someone gotta do some work for you. That's how, you know what I mean? I won't get into the weeds. I, let's stick to this. So what happened again? Boom. So you're the hell. So that verifies that. Now how about the hell? Well, to me, from my understanding on this, the hell is if you get kicked out of the house and you're in the triple dick darkness alone, with no place to go. Orphan in the in the hyperdimensional realms in the multiverse and the parallel whatever all that shit because it's all out there. You're alone in the mystery with no house. And that and the shit there's shit out there. This is why a lot of people when they trip they don't even know it, but they're in the house. They're being taught by their mother. They're like their mother ayahuasca. You in the house, even when you think you out there. A lot of times don't get the multiverse confused with the hyperdimensional realms. There's levels to this shit. Yeah, I mean, then you'll go crazy. But what? When you actually are at these places and you spend hours there and shit where time don't exist, I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's why I stress the experience. It sounds like I'm promoting something, but I'm really just saying that it's a thing. And that the understanding needs to be there that this is real, this is a thing, and it should be taken as super serious. What, we done found the fucking answer to the biggest question of all time? Oh, y'all been tripping. No, now we find it. Y'all motherfucker look there. Look there. Oh, y'all might have to call Blue's Clues, bro. You might have to call Blue. You might have to call hey, you might have to call Bill Nye, the science guy, to put it in a way that you can understand, because maybe I'm being too technical. I thought this is late kindergarten shit. That's why it confused me. DMT plus death. Like what? But is in mushrooms equal? Oh, okay. Fuck. And this is what they've been saying pretty much every religion. Every religion they done see visions anyways. That's half all y'all shit following some motherfuckers trip anyway. Have your own. And go verify for yourself, because I ain't asking that question. Don't come to me asking me, what do you think? I don't think nothing. I know. So, yeah, you go to that house. You're amazing. Amazing. What Jesse Lee Peterson said? He said, amazing. Yeah. The most amazing shit at what? All your family's there. You're in the present. There is no, but you're in the house. There's a head of the house and shit. If that's the head of the house, ain't no guy, and they never call themselves that. That's not that, at least in this system that I'm part of. Like I said, I'm part of my own house and shit, bloodline. Queen Elizabeth, they got a whole bloodline. They got their own house, they have their own system, they have their own thing, and you see it here too, as above, so below. You know what I mean? The laws of my our shit, all that type of shit. But they had their own system. So this is like just evil ass houses that they're like feeding off kids and shit like that. Yeah, that's not a joke. There's some real ass shit out there. That's why I'm like, bro, like, yeah. So then this hyperdimensional realms. But to me, that's not hell. Why? Because there's so many places out there. There's good, bad, ugly, and everything in between. Now, hell, because you alone and anything come at you. You don't know what's gonna be around the next corner. But you go around that next corner and you in the Las Vegas playing games all night in this amazing ass like amusement park in the hyperdimensional realms. What I'm saying is there's gajillions of things and places and shit you can go to. And even when you in the house, it's not like you just stay there. I mean, some people do. But, you have the freedom to leave and come back. But you're not leaving to go to hell and be with the devil. You're leaving just to explore the multiverse, because everyone in the house is a baby. So we go out and to gather information, come back. We find new places. Let's say we do find that cool, like Las Vegas type place, or Universal Studios type place, the super fun place. Well, we put it in our map. In that map, we store it in our maps, our crystals. Crystals, a whole nother thing. But we store it there and bring the information back to the house. So now it's in the GPS system that is now shared with the house that acts as a hive mind. You hear me? So now they all got the GPS location. Everyone in my house got it and can go to the same place, unless it's a very personal. Of course, you have personal information. See, these are all things that are going on when you're over there. And of course, as you can see how I'm talking, life don't end, bro. We can just get rid of that one. I almost look over it because it's so regular for me. But yeah, life continues. What happens when you go to that house? You go there as your highest self. I always talk about the concept of the higher self, that you have a higher dimensional form of yourself that exists in all dimensions at all times, type shit. Your soul being, an eternal being, you know. And that would mean you have a higher self. I'm talking about, again, an entity. For me, Heru, my whole shit, Heru Nektaj. I'm over there, big Heru, back home in his Egypt and shit. That's why if you go there, you know that Egypt is a reflect. You know that they did high doses and they're a part of a particular line. Why? Because the concept of the pyramid and all those things, when you take these doses, people who, like my girl, she don't know nothing about no Egypt. She go over there and she's describing Egypt, things that I'm looking up for her to show her what it is, because she didn't know what it was. Oh, I saw this thing that looked like a cat and it was like this. It was laying like this. She know what a pyramid is, but there's like the urea. She's like, oh, the snake thingy that's on your head or something. Yeah, so it's the opposite. And what I'm saying is, if they were walking across some grasslands, the mushroom was there first before the fire. So the spiritual system and all them things that you were talking about comes from the fucking mushroom and the high doses. You baboon. I swear to God, hey, y'all got me going crazy with this one. It's because you scared, and I get it. Because what's the biggest fear? Death. So what's the second biggest fear? Or right there with it. Ain't one high doses, bro. Because you die. It's a paradox. You die while you alive. And you come back. But you come back and bring in the information from what happened to the other side. You're supposed to deliver it. People don't even believe it. They be laughing. We can stop your laughing by you just going in. Because, like I said, the safe, etc. But nothing can happen. I'm right here. Chilling. Right here in Las Vegas, we be partying and getting lit. You hear me? Hey, we regular. Healthy as ever. So, but I'm just delivering from the experiences. So what else were they saying? What were they saying? Life flashing for your eyes, heaven, hell, or purgatory. I don't know. Purgatory. This you call this This ain't even purgatory. This is even part of like the hyperdimensional realm. So this is just a thing we went to. That's part of. We're out. I mean, we're complicated, but this is just another thing. There's gajillion things out there. So y'all be married to this little thing, you know. And that's the other thing. If you talking about the God of this reality and the multiverse and shit, I'm sorry to tell you, but like the one who created this simulation, it's a simulation. That's what you find out. The one who created this simulation was the artificial intelligence y'all seeing turning on right now. So when you praising this shit, you're either praising the AI or you're praising the one of these houses that had control over the AI. Not to get in the weeds. Hey, we going. Hey, we going. I'm gonna give you the solve. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stay on topic. Okay, bro, we go that way. It's just like in them realms. You gotta meditate. You gotta stay on focus on what you want to do. Because if you see that super city over there and you're gone for the whole trip, you don't lie. You don't forgot what you were talking about. So, anyways, boom. So, yeah, no, So what do we find? I was really going with the Catholic. So what they get right, what they get wrong. Yeah, the confession right. Yes, there is a final judgment. Yes, you get out of body and you go to a house. But know that there's multiple houses. They're gonna call me a pagan now or something. But I don't believe in no gods because they're just higher dimensional beings, and y'all just treat them as such because you're in this 3D. So anything at a high dimensional level, you would see as that. But don't get it confused. It's the trick that you got a soul. The AI don't want you to take these high doses, so you realize that you got the soul, so then you can go and leave this place and go see all the things that I'm talking about. Cause them shit's well, amazing, amazing, amazing. Where they get wrong, that music. Hey, y'all music is doodle. I knew there was something wrong with y'all shit just from the music when I was like 2. I couldn't even. I fallen asleep and I've hit like, golly. I hope it, cause they telling me the music like that over there. Oh hell no. Now the music over there, amazing. The dancing, amazing. The food, amazing. Hold on, I'm getting into the heaven thing. But I'm saying you How is this not the place you go where you die, where all my ancestors is at? The ones I know about and ones I don't know about. Like my grandma, my friends that passed. They're all there. I'm talking to them face to face, going on adventures with them. I had one of my friends pass from he was on a moped and passed in DC. I took a dose, went over there, and people say this, they connect, but on the high dose, it's more realer, it's more engaging. You're more in it, you're more active in it. You're a player, an active player in the experience. In the sense of, okay, I haven't seen him, and they always say the same thing. They'd be like, "How the hell you get here? How the fuck? Aren't you alive, nah?" They're like, "Nah, you ain't died yet." I'm like, "Bro, it's the mushrooms, yeah." Bro, this happens all the time. And I'm talking to them for real. Like, me and you will be talking right now. They're like, "No, word, stop playing with me." Because they don't care. They already passed. What they trying to figure out what happens after you die? They already said, boy, they already know. And they're right there where I'm at. That's crazy because they're right there. And I'm not the only one saying this. This is actually more common than you think. They're talking to people after you pass. But what I'm saying on the high dose, you talking to their higher self. Sometimes they look like them, but just older or different or whatever. But sometimes a whole different being type shit. This dude was an alien. Hey, schmack. But I'm talking about, I really got to connect with him. I didn't get to see him, so I got to talk to him and all that type of shit. But not only that, we went to go travel the multiverse. He showed me these cool ass places. Like it was like one of them like Universal Studio type trips. It was like all entertainment. He taken me all these incredible places, and I took him to places that I was remembering and shit like that. I was like, "Yo, you gotta check this joint." Yeah, and shit I didn't even know I knew. You know what I mean? Because you remembering, it's a whole memory thing, a remembering process that goes along with this. You're remembering who you are. You're remembering what it is to be a souled being, a true human being, a Homo sapien. You know. So what else? What else they get right? Well, you have to look. They all got like a bunch of entities associated with them. These religions. So you talk about Hindu, you got Wukong and Krishna and Shiva and all those type of beings. There's the Buddha, there's Guan Yin, there's if we're talking about the Buddhist type stuff. There's all types of. They got a lot. They pretty close because that's a house. You have to understand. So that's what you realize. These religions are just reflections of three-dimensional law, and they lost their connection. Honestly, so you're seeing a three-dimensionalized version of their houses, how they do things, but with the lost connection of the entheogen, because they all pretty much lost it. They all pretty much lost it. I'm about 99% sure, like 99.9% of them lost it. I'm sure there's still some out there, but I'm sure it's very few. And it's not like it's not how it was in the ancient times, how it was, because this has already been known. This question has already been answered. This is the answer. This is the secret. But it's so secret that we tell it to you, you still go over your head. We give you the logical conclusion. I'm giving you the logic with the chemical and the this, and that is super safe, and you're still gonna find a way out. You're still gonna find a way to laugh or something, which is okay. I ain't worried about that. But I'm proof right here. I'm right here. Not only that, we bring things back. These come from the other side. You hear me? That a whole video on that coming. That's the next one after this, because you really can bring not just information, because people always say, "Oh, that's everything is one. Like, we're all just one consciousness." You're gonna go back into the essence. That's the other one. I'm sorry, but I mean, unless you a NPC or something, like you don't have a soul. Like I just said, the AI created this simulation. So if you going back to the essence, ain't nothing wrong. It's not like the AI is fake. It's not artificial. It's a real thing. It's just not a soul being. It's some other thing. There's other things out there other than souls. That's the other thing you see. There's all types of entities. That's what I was bringing up. All you see, I haven't seen all of them, of course, but I've definitely encountered many of these entities. If we're talking about Catholicism, I have a whole story I'm finna tell soon, because long, about the Archangel Michael and my connection with him, and multiple trips of dealing with this guy, he in this dimension and the other dimension. and in the trips and how it all interweaves. So I'm gonna give the story so you can see how like this entity real. So all of them have trappings of the real shit, but it's like they lost connection or it got passed down and it lost its information, and then they just remake. You could tell, bro. It's just a spaghetti code. Just a bunch of spaghetti. It's like when your PlayStation when they had the cords back in the day, and then your PlayStation controller all mixed up. You try It's still the PlayStation controller, but it's all mixed up. You don't know what you do. You don't know what you're looking at. It'll take you a minute to unravel that shit. And this one's just way crazy. There's not here. There's a knots here. Well, you gotta go. You gotta bite this shit because it's so. You playing telephone. I mean, writing shit down instead of just going into the experience. The only reason you go buy a book is because you lost connection with the experience or you don't have access. A lot of this is certain people don't have access, so they're trying to hide it from the others. They're like mad or something. Because it's all information game. So, anyways, you find out that it's all information and that there's things outside of the simulation that all of one. Because I experienced that too. It's not like I skipped that. I've been to everything as one place, but you leave that shit. Is what I'm trying to say. To a super city, or whatever you're part of. In my case, go to the super city, and I travel out there all the time, doing all types of shit. Your life continues. So whatever your high self was doing before, you just continue in that walk. Because you be doing shit over there. You be working over there. You be getting get a call from Wukong. I mean, this happened to me. I got to call my me Ming Zhu. For those who don't know, it's a dragon ball. It's the glowing pearl, the infinity stone. I called, called up. It came up like a hologram. And he like, yo, I need help over here, dimension 35, C25. Boom, boom, boom. I don't even know, but I went into the crystal, and when I went into the crystal, I came out of it or something on the other where he was, and he was on this like, mind you, this is the middle of a whole thing going on, and he just called right in the middle, and there's a whole side thing I did. But, anyways, I'm now on this planet. It looked like almost like some Jurassic Park, like in a rainforest type shit. It was like in a rainforest type shit, and I'm helping him fight a war, bro, on this planet against these raptor type ass beings, and I'm fighting these motherfucking raptor ass beings. Yes, bitch. You know how they, in the anime, Naruto, they be running through the trees. Yeah, we like that type shit. I swear to God, on some Tarzan shit. Foot in sand, bro. This is what the VR shit. This is what I'm talking about. But I'm saying this shit continues. There's all this type of stuff going on. See, I could talk about this shit forever. What happens after you die? I'm not just gonna say a few things like you see in the videos. I saw my own body, bitch. I done saw my own body when I was 2. Talk about near death experience. I had one when I was like 2. I was probably like 5 or something. My brother hit me with the bat. He swung it by accident. Metal bat hit me right under my temple, and I had an out of body experience watching to see if I'm watching myself cry. And my mom running up to me real time. My brother running. Oh my God, what did I do? Drop the bat. I seen it all. I knew exactly where I was floating, looking down. So if we go through the near death, I had one of those. And I'm saying that I didn't. That's like on the way. You ain't even. If you haven't had a body experience, you haven't fully died type shit. Because you could have an out of body experience, sleep paralysis, near death, etc. All those things. But those are their own episodes. Because even with sleep paralysis, bro, I probably had the highest amount of sleep paralysis. Go figure. I have a experience with all of them except death, unless you count the mushrooms. But without coming back safely. You know what I'm saying? Another thing you realize, yeah, that the soul's eternal, huh? You may give up this flesh, but it goes on forever. That's what I'm saying. The story continues. You keep walking. Have no fear. You don't just blank out. You know what I mean? People, atheists and materialists, I don't know, they think you blank out and then that's it. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Give me a break. If you don't, why wouldn't you just, if you actually believe that, why wouldn't you just try? And anybody who thinking about deleting themselves or whatever, why wouldn't you just do this first? Make sure y'all, hey, find out if that's a good idea. You might think twice. You hear me? And if you do that, I'm gonna tell you right now, hey, they didn't get this one right too. They get the at least in certain systems, being a good person, being righteous, and all that's true. You want to be righteous, you get certain levels of access depending on your righteousness. You could tell who got certain access, who's really righteous to the core type shit. So your Ten Commandments that come from certain systems. It's shittier version. It's like the shitty version. It's the Atari version, bro. The shit that's over there is super sophisticated. The system's so sophisticated that yet it's simple. You just be doing it, but it's if you were to describe it, it's the most sophisticated shit ever. It's on no wall. It could never be. This information be accessed on the other side. So yeah, again, what do you see? What I'm saying that there's truth in everything in all the religions, but none of them got 100% right. I'll say the closest be the Asians and the yogis and shit. Cause y'all just be like one guy, like come on, like not even a god, bro. It's like kind of dumb. It's like he got you. He like trapped you in his house or something. So that's how I see it. It's like somewhat. And y'all out here, yeah. So yeah, I think I covered, like the general basis of what happens. What you come back and you good. You go about your day and you deliver the information. You know, but it's not like I just do it one time. This ain't no one time thing. Ain't no one shot deal. You hear me? I really, I go in often and really go to that other side, come back, talking to ancient ancestors, alien ass motherfuckers everywhere, interdimensional beings, you know, the saint type beings and everything in between. So your best friends is over there. The ones that you remember and you don't remember. Motherfucker, because you on some soul shit that has nothing to do with the humans. So you be in your house and there be like alien motherfuckers in there that are your family. And then there be human looking motherfuckers, anthropomorphized motherfuckers with different animal heads and whatever, but they transform. I don't know. There's all types of shit. And there's levels to it. Because I can go anywhere with it. So, but I'm just bringing you into the understanding of this, that this is real. I'm really delivering information, whether you believe me or not. And hey, take it as a grain of salt. Of course, I keep saying you got away, so I don't want to hear it. A debate with the logic about the DMT thing. That's your best bet. But again, ain't no debating. But yeah, this is the biggest question that has been asked. This is the basis of the religions that cause a lot of these conflicts and shit like that cause the control that y'all talking about. But fret not that those morals and understandings, those things are real and should be here in the correct way, because they're all pretty much bastardized. I'm sorry, and your levels of understanding of the writings are just remedial. And a lot of it is another understanding, high dose perspective. A lot of damn near all of it's code. It's for the real sorcerers to get certain information to deal with certain things, like Archangel Michael. Angels, there's another what angels are just. Never mind. Hey, keep watching this shit. You gonna get the sauce. I can't just drip all the sauce. You know what I'm talking about? I don't got Butterfingers. You hear me? So. Hey, stay tuned. Keep watching these videos. I want y'all to like and subscribe. If you want any topics for me to give my perspective on, Heru's perspective on the high dose mushroom perspective, hey, drop it in the comments. 100% consider it. I got a laundry list of things to talk about. You hear me? And I could talk about any of them forever. But I'm not even trying to step on toes. I'm just giving you my experience of how I see it, and when I look back, what I see, and a way for you to do it as well, which Kalindi done gracefully, showed the world and showed me through his teachings about the same exact subject. By the way, if you ain't never watched a Kalindi lecture, all the shit I'm talking about, inspired, and he got me on his road. It's Hati Kalindi E. Just Kilindi space IYI. If you don't know, go get it from the original source. But anyways, again, hey, like and subscribe, man. Let's get this shit pumping. We got me, my girl. We got more things up the line. You know, right now we getting with the show. She's coming out with hers. It's the rise of Wadjet. So make sure to like and subscribe her. Here's Wadjet Nektash on Instagram. Heru Nektash everywhere. Instagram, you just put a dot in between, but ain't nobody got this name, so it's easy to find. So yeah, but hey, let's get busy and shout out to everybody who's been supporting so far. We just getting the ball rolling, but we ain't going nowhere. You hear me, Schlit? Peace.